Right, so this is what Visual Studio will look like when you open it up. It may have a different color background or different colored fonts, whatever it is, but you may have set it up differently. But this is the basic outline. You'll notice up here you've got your pretty standard menu and ribbon. You should recognize some of these things from other other Microsoft products that you've been using. All right, some of them are pretty standard across the Microsoft products. Here you've got the toolbox. All right, most of the time for this first bit, you're just going to be using these common controls here, and you should know what a button is, a checkbox. You've probably come across radio buttons, progress bars, etc. So a lot of this stuff should be familiar, though you may never have actually programmed them. You will have used them somewhere on the web or in another application. Over here you've got the Project Explorer, the Solution Explorer. Every time you add in more things, classes, forms, icons, anything will show up in here and you can navigate through them. Right, the important things. You've got this here. This is kind of your stage where your form is. This is your designer. And down here you've got your properties, and this is how we're going to set the initial properties. So, just to let you know, if I click on the Start button here, I can actually see what my program looks like as it's running. And as you can see, I've actually already got a running program here. As is, I can minimize, I can even go ahead and maximize, and I can shut it down. So the program doesn't do very much, but it is a working program. Alright, so I've already got a window that works. Now, I do want to set some initial properties. Oh, by the way, this Hello World program that we're creating, this is a pretty standard program you'll create every time you learn a new language. It's tradition. I mean, we could break this tradition, but I'm really not feeling very creative at the moment, so I'm just going to stick with it. Alright, so the thing I want to do is I want to set it up so that I've got a button, and this button, when I click this button, the program is going to say Hello World to me, and I'm going to put that in a label because that's how exciting I am. Right, so I'm just going to talk about initial properties to begin with. Because before we go any further, this is a pretty lame program as it is. It doesn't make sense. Now, if I click on the form, you'll notice that now it says Form 1 down here, and I'm going to change the text to say Hello World, because that's the name of our program. My button, I'm going to set its initial properties. I'm going to change its text to be OK. I'm going to change its background color to something, let's say, that one. I'm also going to change the font, and you'll notice as I'm changing these things, the form is being updated. I'm going to change the size of the font, and the label, I'm going to set the text to say message appears here. And yeah, I'm just going to adjust this a little bit. So that's what's known as setting the initial properties of your program objects. Alright, so what I'd like you to do is go ahead and set up a Hello World program just like this. So you've got a label here, a button here, and set it up any way you want. I don't care what fonts you choose. I don't care what colors you choose. Just play with these properties. So when I want to change the properties of a different object, I click on the object and I change the properties depending on which ones I want. So have a play with this. Alright, and when you're done, I want you to take a screenshot of it and paste it just below this video. Go do that now.